Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is about what happened to date throughout the annals of recorded history. Join us as we delve into yesteryear, not only for interesting and important happenings, but to possibly even answer questions you don't know you have. The sources of this information come from the smart device application Today in History. What happened today in history?
On thisday.com.
And historical calendar. For links to these sources, the music in the music in the background, and anything else potentially interesting, like our link tree, check out the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander.
I am the lovely Alice of Who.
Yep, a.k.a. Stapes, a.k.a. Cakes, a.k.a. so many a.k.a.s. And of course, you today is... Yep, today is Sunday, a.k.a. Sunday. September, why I was really, my brain really wanted to say December for some reason. September 24th, 2023. It is not Christmas Eve. So, anyway, no, not yet. Anyway, what, 3 more months? September, November, October, December. So yeah, three months from now it'll be Christmas Eve. Interesting.
I got a wet Ken on me again.
I'm not going to say what the other word for that is, but
no,
Alice...
I was being PC there.
Anyway, Alice, you want to start us off in 312?
You
got majorly robot-y there.
Of course, right? Every time I want to say something, my phone just knows to screw me over.
And see, like, it's not like I'm trying to be mean or anything. Like, if you watch our past shows, like, you really are legitimately robot-y. Like, it just so happens. Like,
I know, it's annoying. But no, we have the start of the Imperial Indication.
Oh, I wonder what that is. Imperial Indication.
Yeah, I want to know what that is.
What is Constantine's vision of 312? A far-reaching vision. October 27 marks the date of the ancient Roman Emperor Constantine's reported vision of the cross. Okay, but that's something else. Start of Imperial Indication. I guess Constantine has something to do with this. So if anybody knows more about this rabbit hole, please let us know in the comments section. Before we continue on further, we've just been joined by...
Golden Loon.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hello, Papa Dupes.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh,
what's up?
Doing
what's
great.
Up, Alice?
It's raining. We have Ophelia, tropical storm or tropical depression. Ophelia raining down in the East Coast right now.
Yeah,
it sounds like nothing but fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just nice and rainy. It's a nice rainy day.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what else do we got here?
We have 673. We have Synod of Hertford Ford opens cannons made for English Church.
So I think that's like it's not like cannons like a weapon cannon. I think.
No, yeah, it's like that church thing.
Yeah.
Cannons.
Yeah.
Yeah, we looked that up before, like canonization, you know. So, I guess.
No, canon is a degree in the church.
Well, no, but like when you get canonized, you become a saint.
Oh yeah, okay.
So like that might be. Once again, if anybody knows more about this, please let us know in the comments section. But we can't really go down too much rabbit holes during the show. We have a short amount of time. But anyway, let's move on up to 1180 here.
1180, we have Manuel the First, Komnenos, last emperor of the Crimean Restoration. He dies. The Byzantine Empire slips into terminal decline.
Ooh, wow. Oh,
Ouch.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Byzantine Empire is what the Eastern Roman Empire eventually became, and then that eventually became the Ottoman Empire, or part of it at least, because the capital, of the Eastern Roman Empire, as we know, was Constantinople,
Right.
and now that is Istanbul, Turkey, which was Ottoman.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Never connected the dots, but you're right.
Yeah. Well, I talked with you about Rome the other day and all that stuff, talking about Cleopatra and all that stuff, and Alexander the Great and Ptolemy and all that stuff, and it went on beyond that, like Constantinople and all that stuff, yada yada. Anyway, we're going to move on up to 1493. Christopher Columbus embarked on his second expedition to the New World, setting sail with a fleet of 17 ships. That is 15 more than the first time. We had the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Yeah.
And then now we have 15 more ships. So it's just like, oh, hey, you found something. Here, have some more stuff. Then 1529, Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, the great guy who wore an entire California king bedsheet on his head, and his Ottoman troops arrived in Vienna, beginning of the siege. Yeah, we were just talking about the Ottoman Empire. So there we go.
Yeah.
Yep. I want that not hat that
Of course.
that is a great turban. Yeah, thank you. Like
Yeah, you need that.
the magnificent. We also have in 1537 a Catholic uprising in the free and Hasidic city of Lubeck, which is now Germany, failed. A Catholic uprising failing. Okay.
Well done.
1625, the Dutch attack San Juan, Puerto Rico. Okay.
Of course they do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, something interesting about the Dutch and the Netherlands and stuff that a lot of people don't realize is that they had a lot of cards in the colonizing, industry and everything. New York, Manhattan and all that stuff, originally was founded as New Amsterdam by the Dutch, and it was taken over by the British. So,
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. We don't think of the Dutch, but you're right.
Yeah. So, thank you, Dutch, for New York, for all that's worth. Anyway, let's move on up to 1629 for you, Miss Alice. I think, this is it. Here you go.
We have the Danish resistance, Renaissance. I'm sorry. And Kronborg Castle guarding Øresund Sound is mostly destroyed in a fire, but that was later rebuilt.
All right. Renaissance.
Yeah, I like
castle.
this one in 1657 too.
Well, let me look up this castle here really quick. Images.
Yeah, but it was rebuilt, so it's not the original, obviously.
Right. Well, it still looks pretty cool. I still wanted to see what it looked like.
Yeah, that is cool.
And I wonder if...
Where is it again?
Øresund Sound. Let's look that up here really quick.
It sounds very Scandinavian.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's over by Copenhagen.
Ooh, good
Okay.
pull.
Yeah, it's part of the Scandinavian area.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, that O is very Scandinavian. Like, that's a Northern European alphabetical letter right there.
Yeah. The O with the dash.
That's how I draw my zeros. So, yeah. But I'm wondering, though, like, this picture here, come on. I'm wondering if...
That is awesome. Look at that.
It is, but, like, you see this wall? I wonder if that was, like, an original foundation or something, because that's a weird thing.
Probably.
That's a weird wall. You know?
Yeah.
So,
More than likely, it's part of the original structure.
interesting. Anyway, what else do we got here? 1657. It was already
We
on
got
the
the
list.
first autopsy and coroner's jury verdict is recorded in Maryland.
1657.
Yeah, 1657.
That's
first
basically
autopsy.
utilizing forensics.
Yeah.
Like that's the very
An
beginning of
autopsy.
forensics. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really early. God,
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they even had any concept of that.
Oh God. Well, here we go. We have some stupid Chihuahua crap here.
Well, before you
1683.
do this one first, please.
Oh, okay. 1664, Dutch Fort Orange in New Netherlands in present-day Albany, New York, surrenders to the English.
What I was just talking about with New Amsterdam, this is another Dutch, settlement taken over by the British.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, the Brits.
and this one's not cool, but
That's surprising.
Yeah, we also have Jews were expelled from French America in 1683. I'm sorry, King Louis the 16th, right?
yeah, no 14th.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, the 14th. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's IV. I'm sorry. King Louis the 14th expels all Jews from French possessions in the Americas.
That's not nice.
Woohoo! Jeez.
It's not nice at all.
That's surprising.
People really hate the
Never heard
Jews.
anything like that.
What's really surprising is just a couple days ago I reported on an article where I think King Ferdinand or whatever, like the King of Spain, forbade any Spanish settlements in Florida. They had Florida at the time, and they're like, "Oh, hey, we own Florida, but we don't want people to settle there." Then why do you have it? Like, maybe they knew that Florida was just, God's blind spot. So, I mean, look at it today, Florida man. Now this one's interesting here.
God. It's your turn.
1688, France declared war on Germany. Okay, that's 16. Okay. We also have 1688 as well. Louis Armand de Lorme d'Arquet left Michilimackinac on a mysterious journey of exploration about which he later wrote he discovered a long river. Okay.
Going back to the French declares war, you wonder what the heck happened or how did that finish? What started it? What finished it? Don't look it up. We don't have time.
Yeah. Well, if anybody wants to let us know in the
questions.
comments section, that'd be cool to answer
That's
the
pretty
Louis
early,
question.
1688.
1688. Well, let me just do a surface level scan. The 9 Years' War. Okay, so there we go. I know about that war.
Oh, okay.
So it was a conflict provoked by the French king. Louis XIV was pushing his expansive reunion politics. In the process, French troops ravaged the electoral palatinates and neighboring areas. There was a struggle in the electoral palatinate for Les Saudites' inheritance. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce those names, but anyway, for further reading on that subject matter, the link to this Wikipedia will be in the underbar of the description below. Post-show, of course, as always.
Okay, thank you for looking that up.
Yeah. We also have 1706, the Treaty of Altenstadt. Charles XII of Sweden and August II of Saxon. Augustus renounced his claims to the Polish throne and his alliance with Russia. Whoa, okay. So he surrendered Poland. 1742. Wow, I have a whole, I don't know what happened. I'm missing a whole thing. 1742, Faneuil Hall in Boston opened to the public. And we have 1776, the first St. Leger horse race held at Doncaster. Alice. Oh, she's muted. 1786. Yes. Oh, there you are.
Yes, I am here. We have, in 1786, African-American slave and poet Jupiter Hammond makes his address to the Negroes of the state of New York. Speech advocating emancipation at meeting of African Society in New York.
Well, they already had emancipation. It's 17... No, they haven't yet. Never mind. Sorry. Emancipation came 100 years later. Never mind.
100 years later?
About 100 years later.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the Emancipation Proclamation, 1886. Well before that, it was the 1860s, right? Which the Civil War happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the Emancipation Proclamation was 1858. I want to say. Hold on. When was we just talked about this yesterday? The Emancipation Proclamation. 1863.
Okay. Yeah.
So about 100 years. 80 years?
Yeah,
give
or take, who cares?
Okay. That took a while, but they still got it. What else do we got here?
1789, we have President George Washington nominates John Jay for first Chief Justice.
Yeah, John J. Jingleheimer Smith. Hey, that's my name too.
Oh God. Man. Next year, I start doing Johnny Appleseed stuff.
John J. Jingleheimer Smith.
That's my name too. Whenever I go out, next.
Whenever I go out, the people always shout,
John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith.
Gosh darn it, you two. Can't take you anywhere.
No, you can't.
We have some.
God, she's sounding like mother.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Sounds just like my wife.
I'm going to another table.
I can't take you two anywhere.
No.
I'll turn this car right around. I swear to God.
No, that's his line. Anyway, what do we got in 1789 here?
The U.S. Attorney General office is created.
All right. Several things happened in 89. Look at that. Okay.
Same day, U.S. Congress established Post Office Department following the new Constitution.
All right. And...
Same day, same year, U.S. Federal Judiciary Act passes, creating a 6-person Supreme Court.
Ah.
6. You notice 6?
Well, what is it today? 10?
9.
Oh.
Gotta be an odd number.
It's 9,
yeah. It has to be an odd. Yeah, otherwise there could be a what's that?
It's called stacking the courts.
Ah.
Yeah.
Moving on up to 1829, we have Russia and Ottoman Empire signed the Treaty, the Treaty.
The Petey Treaty, already.
Louis on Rudy. Signed Peace Treaty of Adrianople. And we also have 1838, Anti-Corn Law League formed to repeal English corn law. And yeah, this was, we looked this up the other day, this was about like a tariff or something on importing and exporting corn and grains and cereals and whatnot. People were not happy about it. Paying more for corn,
Yeah.
1841, British adventurer James Brooke obtained lands around the Sarawak River from the Sultan of Brunei. That's interesting. He was the first white Raj of Sarawak. Oh, so he was a white guy in charge of Indian land. Interesting. What else do we got here? A papal bill in 1850 was issued, established Roman Catholic hierarchy in England. Ooh, this is interesting, Alice.
Oh, what do we got? Oh, yeah, what do we got? 1852, Henry Giffard, a French engineer, a Jacques, makes first engine-powered drillable airship flight with steam power.
Dirigible. Dirigible is the name.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
No, it's a weird word. It's not really spoken much in today's world anymore. Nobody talks about dirigibles.
No.
You know. What else do we got here? Ooh.
We have 1853, France annexes New Caledonia.
Huh. All right.
1853, same day, same year, Northern Daily Times, first provisional daily newspaper, starts in London.
Oh, interesting. A provisional, like province, like news about your general vicinity.
Oh, okay.
Like, your province, first provincial.
Is that what that means?
Provincial
daily.
Yeah, like province.
Okay. Yeah. Local.
Yeah. Interesting. 1862, Confederate Congress adopted the Confederacy seal. Yep, and they're trying to make their own stuff, so they had. We also have 1869, Black Friday. There's a lot of Black Fridays. Wall Street panic after Gould and Fisk attempted to corner gold. Yikes! Can you imagine somebody like cornering the gold market?
I remember the Hunt brothers tried to corner the silver market. That's in my generation.
Wasn't it the Winthorpes who tried to corner the orange market in trading places?
Oh yeah.
We don't have $547 million in cash. Which, by the way, did you know that they made?
Movie.
It was, but canonically, that movie, and you've seen Coming to America, right?
Yeah.
They're in the same universe because there's one scene where you see. Those two old people, like Winthorpe, the two brothers?
Oh, yeah.
They're on the street.
Yeah, they threw that in.
Yeah.
That was after trading. That was after trading places.
Winthorpe, yeah.
Winthorpe was actually.
No, Winthorpe was Dan Aykroyd's character.
That's right.
Yeah, like what was the black guy's name again in the movie? Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Louis Winthorpe. Was Dan Aykroyd's
Yes, yeah.
Eddie Murphy's character.
He was a homeless guy in trading places.
Billy Ray Valentine.
Valentine.
All right.
Yeah, there's Ralph Duke and
Randolph and Mortimer Duke.
Yeah, Randolph and Mortimer.
Good old Beaks.
Beaks.
Mortimer Duke. I remember him in the movie. What is it? Harry and the Hendersons.
I never saw it.
Oh, it's a movie about Sasquatch. It's John Lithgow. It's a great movie.
Anyway, moving on up to 1870. Alice, you want to take this one here?
I suppose I can do it. 1870, Dar al-Khatib, National Library of Archives of Egypt, inaugurated in Mustafa Fadl's Palace, Cairo, the first national library in the Middle East.
I got to go there.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. It's the National Library of and the Archives of Egypt. That's awesome.
Ooh, yeah.
1877.
1877, we have the Battle of Shirayama, a decisive victory of the Imperial Japanese Army over the Satsuma Rebellion.
Huh. All right.
There you go. Yeah. What else we got? 1883, National Black Convention meets in Louisville, Kentucky.
All right.
Or Louisville. I call it Louisville, but everyone, I know it's not, but Oh, yeah, and then we have 1889, Alexander Day patents dial time recorder. There you go.
What is a dial time recorder? International dial time recorder clock. Oh, here we go. Based on the 1888 patent of physician Alexander Day, although this says 1889, so there's a discrepancy already. The dial time recorder was essentially a spring-driven clock with cast iron wheel affixed to its. Okay, well it's not telling me. So here we go. It's a clock, essentially.
Well, obviously.
Not a watch, but a clock.
Well, a watch is just a small clock.
Yeah.
So, or would a clock be a big watch? I mean, either way, you're watching it, are you not?
Move on, please.
1890, the president of the Latter-day Saints, Wilford Woodruff, issued a manifesto advising members that the teaching and practice of polygamy should be abandoned. All right.
Good old LDS.
Mormon with some sense. 1903, Bill Bradley became the first Cleveland baseball player, the Cleveland Naps, to hit for cycle. Don't they mean the line?
Now you know what a cycle is.
Yeah. Well, I know, a unicycle, a bicycle, a tricycle. There's no quad cycle. That's just a four-wheel.
Plastic.
Recycle?
Recycle.
Oh, recycle. Yeah. We also have 1906. Prince George of Greece, convinced that he can no longer serve the cause of Crete, resigns as High Commissioner. Crete being an island in the Mediterranean.
Yep.
So, what else do we have? 1906 as well. The St. Louis Cardinals. Stoney McGillen no-hits the Dodgers 1-1 in a 7-inning game. That's a quick game.
Yeah, I just like the name. Stoney McGillen.
Stoney McGillen.
Stony, is it?
Stony.
Stony, yeah, that's it.
Stony.
Stony. Like a
Stony. Like a stoner.
Yeah.
Like Stony from Encino Man.
Yeah, Stony.
The weasel.
Yeah. But...
Squeeze the juice. Squeezing the juice.
Ow!
Ow!
Yeah. Oh, my Pauly Shore. Anyway, we also have, let's see here, 1908, Robert B. Rhodes became the first Cleveland pitcher, Cleveland Naps, to toss a no-hit game. Cleveland 2, Boston 1. All right.
There you go.
1916, Ellis.
Well, you got 1916. Indians, Marty Kavanaugh hits AL's first pitch hit grand slam.
AL stands for American League, by the way.
Oh, shoot, my phone just died.
Oh, your phone died? Okay. 1919, Boston Red Sox slugger Babe Ruth set MLB season home run record at 28 off Yankee Bob Shockey in a 2-1 loss at the Polo Grounds in New York City. Like, most of these times where people, like, break a record or something, they're losing the game. Like, what the... I guess that's the almighty balance. Like, hey, you're getting a record, but you're going to lose the game.
Well, yeah.
Yin yang. We also have 1922, Nuremberg Fusion Congress SPD picked Karl Kautsky. And I brought that up because they actually talk about that in Oppenheimer. Remember, they were talking about how Germany was already like a decade or so ahead of them,
Yeah.
They already had split the atom and all that stuff, but instead of for a bomb, they're going more towards nuclear reactor, for power.
Yeah.
While we were making a destructive weapon because we thought they were doing so. If not us, somebody would do it.
True.
So, what really disturbed me though with that movie is that this first part is not disturbing. It's the second part. Okay, you know how the majority of Oppenheimer and all that stuff. They were all Jews.
Mm-hmm.
They're like giddy with excitement about bombing Germany because of the Holocaust and everything. Like, an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. And that undertone, I'm not sure if that was historically accurate, but it's very disturbing to think that they're only developing the bomb just to get back at somebody for hurting their own people. That seems very, very eye for an eye-ish,
Well, that might be an underlying theme, but come on, they were looking at survival of the fittest, and we have to be the fittest. That's what they're doing.
Well,
that's the main motivator. The other one could be a
subcategory. But they spoke about it several times. They're like, blah, blah, blah,
just like icing on the cake.
Well, there's one time where they were even talking about let's not do it to Japan because they're not doing anything against the Jews. They said that or something essentially, and it's just wow.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was a really strong underlying theme about because they were Jews, they wanted to bomb Germany for the Holocaust with nukes.
But we ended up bombing Japan.
Yeah, well, but they were actually Oppenheimer and stuff. They were they probably not Oppenheimer himself, but in the movie itself, somewhere I don't know who, but it was said a couple times. This is why I'm saying it, that they wanted to stop development of the bomb when Germany surrendered because they were no longer going to bomb a whole bunch of people who hurted the Jews.
I'd actually like to see that movie again.
I would
really
too.
Because there's so much coming at you.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't absorb it
I still need to see the movie.
Yeah, Alice and I have been waiting
movie.
for it to
Great
be leaked
movie.
on one of our websites to see it.
Yeah.
So
Great movie.
But anyway, moving on up, what else do we got here? 1922 as well, St. Louis Cardinals future Baseball Hall of Fame infielder Rogers Hornsby set National League home run mark at 42.
Hornsby.
There you go.
Yeah. In 1924, Boston, Massachusetts opened its airport. Cool.
Ah.
Airport.
Boston.
Yeah. And 1927, New York Yankees set a record of 106 victories. Wow. So, I actually saw a stand-up bit, Jim Brewer, remember him?
Yeah.
Like, he's the guy with the sunken-in eyes. He always looks like he's a stoner. Like, he's high.
Okay.
He goes a bit about, like, how you can't hate the Mets or something. Like the Mets are, like, the de facto baseball team. Like, they're always... Like, they can literally, like, just sit out the whole playoffs and still win the pennant. Like, magically. Because they're the Mets, you know? Or whatever it was he was saying. Anyway, 1927, Alice. We've been going through a lot of sports recently.
Oh, yes. We have the NHL's Toronto St. Patrick's becomes the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, what were they before?
St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick's, okay.
Ah. All right. Oh, here we go.
1929, James Doolittle guides a consolidated NY-2 biplane over Mitchell Air Force Base in New York in first flight to use only instrument guidance to take off, fly a set course, and then land.
Wow. And you know what he is most famous for?
What?
The Doolittle raids on Japan after World War II.
Oh, you're right.
Same guy.
Yep.
You're right.
That's that guy. Somehow, hacked down all these major, massive, like, flying fortresses, hacked them down to be light enough to take off of an aircraft carrier.
Yeah, no.
Like, replace the tail gun with a painted broomstick in order to, trick the enemy. Like, wow.
They pretty well understood that it was a
it was in retaliation to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
They didn't know if they were going to get that far.
Well, because China was being invaded by Japanese, so they had a higher chance of running into the Japanese anyway, no matter what.
Yeah.
They were everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it's also like the whole bombings, the Doolittle bombings in Japan were a retaliation to Pearl Harbor.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Anyway, what else do we got here?
So, well, we got 1929 again. New York Yankee pitcher Tom Zachary ends season 12-0 record for most pitching wins without a loss in one season.
Wow. 12-0. That's a good pitcher.
There you go.
What else do we have here? Hold on a second.
We got 1930.
Portsmouth. If you want to read these ones, go ahead. But this is the one that I have on my screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. 1930. Portsmouth beats Brooklyn in the first NFL game played under floodlights.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
See, like that doesn't, like that's not really historically significant, but it's just interesting.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, what's the first game that was played under floodlights? Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Questions you don't even know you have.
So are you telling me that's even before baseball?
No, baseball. Actually, I think we're gonna be. Well, actually, no. We already passed it, but I think that was yesterday. Baseball's first team was like 18 something.
Not team, but under the lights.
Well, under floodlights, yes. Okay. So, Portsmouth beat Brooklyn. This is NFL, not baseball. This is
I'm saying that is even before baseball. I would have thought baseball would have been the first game played under lights.
Game under floodlights. 1935. So this is well before that. Oh wow, you're right. This is 5 years before that.
Yeah, that really surprises me.
Yeah, May 24th, 1935, the first night game in Major League Baseball history was played at Cincinnati's Crossley Field, where the whole team defeated the Phillies 12-1. So they,
2-1.
Oh wow, FDR threw the ceremonial switch at the White House in Washington, and the lights went on. So all the way in Washington, he flipped a switch and it turned on the lights in Cincinnati. Or maybe
that's cool.
It wasn't a direct control, but that's still interesting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna add this in the underbar.
That is really interesting.
Yeah. And this is why we do the show. We go off on little tangents and find out even more little nooktas of information.
And the players were playing with leather helmets back then.
Yeah.
Leather helmets.
Yeah.
I mean, God, if they'd die today, you wouldn't survive a game.
Well, back then, I don't think they were flipping people like rice, bags of rice or something, like.
What?
Well, today, now, like, football back in the day, it was contact sport, but they weren't, like, hurling people in the air with the power of a freight train like they are today.
Well, they're bigger, faster, stronger now.
Yeah.
So and the more equipment you get to protect you, the bigger, faster, stronger you get.
Yeah. What were you trying to say, Alice?
Hockey actually didn't start wearing helmets till I think the 70s.
Oh God. Anyway,
you're probably right.
We are half hour over, so let's move this on up here.
You're kidding already?
Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah.
You want to rattle off a few, bud?
All right, 1931 round robin playoff among New York City's three major league teams to raise money for the unemployed concluded with Brooklyn losing to both the Giants and the Yanks. Huh. All right. We also have 1934, 2,500 fans saw Babe Ruth's farewell Yankee appearance at Yankee Stadium. All right. 35, Earl Bascom and Weldon Bascom produced the first rodeo ever held outdoors under electric lights at Columbia, Mississippi. Now that's interesting. You think rodeos would just naturally be outdoors. Like, who would want to watch a bull thing inside, with all the smell and, all that stuff?
Well, they're common today. Indoor rodeos, big stadiums,
Well, but they probably have like an open roof, right?
No, they play in a football stadium. They'll have a when there's not football season, they'll have a rodeo inside, like at the Forum or whatever. They'll do a rodeo, bring in dirt and everything else.
Interesting. Usually, I usually just think like rodeos are just like held outside, just because.
Of course.
What else do we got here? 1941, 9 Allied governments pledged adherence to the common principles of policy set forth in the Atlantic Charter. So what is the Atlantic Charter? Let's look this up here. It was a statement issued on August 14th, 1941 that set out U.S. and British goals for the world after the end of World War II, months before the U.S. even entered the war. So before we even entered the war, we were thinking about what we were going to do after we win. Wow, the balls of that thinking. Like, we're not even in the war, but when we win, this is what we want. What? Like, how can you have such, like, chutzpah,
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine that? Like, let me repeat this.
Well, you got to have all kinds of contingencies. What do you do if you lose? You don't have a lot of choices. What are you going to do if you win?
Yeah, but like, before we even entered it, we're talking about what we're going to do when we're going to win. We're not even fighting yet. Like, what?
What year was this again?
41.
Okay, well, we were going to get in there real quick.
Well, yeah.
We knew we were on our way.
Yeah, but we didn't know if we were going to win.
No, we didn't.
1946, Yanks set season attendance record of 2,309,029 people, besting the 1929 Cubs.
Yeah.
All right.
But just to go back to the contingency thing there, you all got to get in. Okay, what's your exit strategy if we win? You got to have that plan.
True.
So you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Because how are you getting out?
I wish they had done that with Iraq.
Yeah. Well,
20 years. 1948, Mildred Gilliers, or Axis Sally, a U.S. broadcaster employed by the Third Reich in Nazi Germany to proliferate propaganda during World War II, pled not guilty to 8 charges of treason in Washington, D.C. Holy crap. Mm-hmm. 8 charges of treason. That is a staggering conviction right there.
Yeah.
Or accusation.
That sounds like something familiar going on right now with a whole bunch of Congress people and what's going on right now.
Oh, man. We should bring back capital punishment, definitely. For, make an example. Like that one time somebody built a functioning guillotine, when Macron was supposed to speak. When just so happened Notre Dame caught fire. Oh, what a coincidence. So, during the whole yellow vest thing,
Oh, yeah.
He was supposed to speak on that day, and then he distracted everybody with a fucking national disaster. So...
So we also have the Hong Kong protest going on too, as well, and then next thing you know, COVID.
What a surprise!
How are they doing on rebuilding Notre Dame?
I think they're still working on it, or I'm not sure. I haven't followed it.
They're still working on it. I haven't.
The fact that they're using a video game as reference really disgusts me.
What are you talking about?
Because there's no archives of the blueprints of what it looked like. Yeah.
Okay.
They're using Assassin's Creed, I think, Unity or whatever, because they did admittedly do a lot of research and stuff, into what the building looked like, but still the concept of utilizing a video game, I don't care how accurate it is, you're utilizing a video game over professional people to rebuild a millennia old national landmark.
Yeah.
That is just ridiculous.
I'm just glad I got to see it. Back in the day, especially going up in that bell tower, I'll never forget that.
Yeah, with all the worn steps and everything. Yeah,
and just the structure of the.
And then Mom, of course, found the catacombs.
Yeah.
But anyway, what else do we got here? 1948, MLB, New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox, and Cleveland Indians were all tied for first place in the American League, 91-56.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah. Same win-loss record.
Yeah. And while that was going on, the Honda Motor Company was founded in Hamamatsu City, Japan. Honda.
Yeah, Honda.
1950, Operation Magic Carpet concluded after having transported 45,000 Yemenite Jews to Israel. Okay.
Yeah.
1952, U.S. fast food restaurant chain KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, opened its first franchise in Salt Lake City, Utah.
First franchise.
Damn.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders.
1952 as well, Dutch Minister of Justice Donker decided war criminal Willy Lags will not be executed but sentenced to life. He's a war criminal. Execute this guy. Once again, make an example of certain people. You know, like if you're out there committing war crimes and you're not getting executed, then what's stopping somebody else from following in your footsteps if he knows he's not going to get killed for it? You know, make an example of certain people. 1953. Damn. Alice, you want to take this one?
Oh, I'm actually going to take the one in 1952 real quickly because I found that one really fascinating.
Okay.
Underwater volcano explodes under research vessel the Kayo Maru 5.
Oh, wow. Huh.
yeah.
I wonder if the vessel was okay.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Let me do a surface level look-see at this. Hold on a second. Mayon Shuno. Okay. All right, well, I'm just going to have this in the underbar if anybody wants to further their reading on this.
Absolutely.
What else do we got here?
Right. Well, we have the Rocky Marciano again. Pops up here. TKO's hometown favorite, Roland Lastarza, in 11 at New York City's Polo Grounds to retain his world heavyweight boxing title.
All right. 11 rounds. You know, like a lot of people, like, you know, this is a lot of endurance.
Yeah,
like,
well, championship bouts go 15 rounds, so there you go.
Yeah.
Only won 11, he got a TKO.
Well, I mean, think about this. A round lasts, 3 minutes?
Yeah.
So can you imagine sitting there for, like, you know, so 3 times 11, that's 33 minutes. So for, you know, obviously, you know, you have breaks and everything, but you're up there for 3 minutes at a time, dancing around, ducking, weaving, throwing hits, getting hits.
You try to do that for a minute and see what it does to you.
Oh.
It's it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's like Conor McGregor could not even like last against what's his nuts? Floyd Mayweather.
Oh yeah.
He was good. What else do we got here?
UFC with 3 rounds for 5 minutes each, and that's it. So.
What else do we got here?
What we have next here, we've got 1954 Yanks tie a record. 3 of their pinch hitters strike out in 1 inning.
Huh.
Not good.
All right.
That's unfortunate. In 1955, the Judy Garland special kicks off the anthology performance series 4th Star Jubilee on CBS TV.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we got here?
Snaps. We got Eisenhower suffers a heart attack in 1955.
Yeah.
U.S. President Eisenhower suffers a heart attack on vacation in Denver.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember him as a kid always having heart problems.
Yeah.
As our president.
1955, Washington Senators lose their 99th and 100th games of the season.
Ouch.
So glad they put that in print, you know. I would be an ex-player going, thank you for reminding me.
1957, Jailhouse Rock single released by Elvis Presley later received the Billboard Song of the Year 1957. That was a biggie. So,
yeah.
What else do we have here? 1957 as well, the Brooklyn Dodgers played their last game at Ebbets Field, defeated Pirates 2-0.
And came to L.A.
1957 as well, Camp Nou, the largest stadium in Europe, was opened in Barcelona. Camp Nou. Let's see if that's still around. Wow, that's a big stadium. Wow. Yeah. Look at the size of that thing. That is massive. Holy cats. I mean... FC.
You don't mess around with soccer, or as they call football. I have to say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, soccer's on a whole different level.
Well, I mean, like, you know, here's the thing: when the Brits invented soccer, much like the imperial system, which the imperial system is, you know, a foot is actually based off of the length of like king whatever's foot. They invented it. And then they switch to metric, and then they start mocking us for using their invention. Oh, you stupid Americans, it's not called soccer, it's called football. It's like, well, according to the inventors, which are you, it's called soccer originally. You tea-drinking, you know, people. Swear to God. 1958, first welded aluminum girder highway bridge completed, Urbandale, Iowa. Welded aluminum girder highway bridge, or as the British would say, aluminium.
Yeah.
Okay, so like just a bridge like that, but the first one, like the Industrial Revolution right there.
Yeah.
So 2 years later, 1960, International Development Association, or the UN agency, came into existence. What later became the UN agency, I believe. So the United Nations.
Yeah.
1960 as well, the USS Enterprise, the first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, was launched.
Ooh.
That's big. Which is interesting because, like, the aircraft carriers and the submarines are, the only ones really nuclear-powered. All the other ships are, like, still, like, diesel electric and all that stuff. So what's funny is that when the rest of the fleet needs to refuel, the aircraft carrier is like, okay, I'll wait. Refuel, okay, I need to do that in about 353 years. So
I've been on the USS Enterprise.
Oh, cool.
At least the one that was like shown in Top Gun. I've been on that when I was in San Diego.
There's been a lot of Enterprises. The Enterprise has been like the flagship of the U.S. since the beginning because the first Enterprise was actually like a wooden boat. Like.
Yep. Which one were we on?
Yeah, the name keeps getting reused for good reason. I'm gonna do it again. Cars.
We went on the Midway in San Diego.
Is that what it was?
The Midway, yes.
Okay.
Like, hold on a second.
It's huge.
Well, they all are. Hold on a second. Hold on. CV in San Diego. CV man is carrier vessel.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Aircraft carrier. It's not looking. Yep, the USS Midway.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, good pull.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that the battleship in L.A. Harbor is
Long Beach,
Iowa.
Yeah, that I remember.
Yeah. What else do we have? 1962, U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ordered Meredith admitted to University of Mississippi. I guess that has to be like, a black lady or something, like, trying to get in. And it took it all the way to the U.S. Court of Appeals. Like, I demand entry to be equal, like, 62.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, let me just do a surface level look at this. What is this? After a protracted court battle, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled on September 10th, 1962, that Meredith was to be admitted to the university. Mississippi Governor Ross Barnett tried to prevent Meredith's enrollment by assuming the position of registrar and blocking his admission. It was a black guy. The last name was Meredith. Okay. James Meredith.
Okay.
All right. I knew it had to be something to do involving civil rights. So, we also have in 1963, the U.S. Senate ratifies treaty with Britain and USSR limiting nuclear testing. All right. 1964, The Munsters premiered on TV.
Oh, jeez.
I love that show.
Yeah. And while that was going on,
show.
the first Minuteman II ICBM was tested. Intercontinental ballistic missile.
Yeah.
Not international.
Minuteman.
Yep. I wonder if that was a Minuteman. That was a Minuteman, right? In the Nixon Museum. They had a big missile there. Remember that?
I don't remember what it was, though. Yeah, I do remember.
I think it was a missile. It was an ICBM, definitely.
Yeah.
So, we also have in 1964, Ringo Starr formed the Berkeley Building Company Limited. I did not know he created a construction company. That's interesting. What else do we have here? Alice.
We got 1965 Saudi Arabian and Egyptian accord over Yemen.
All right. And yeah.
We have 1968 60 Minutes premieres on CBS.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
With Mike Wallace and Harry Reisner.
Yep.
1968 as well. That's a Life premieres, a Broadway musical type TV show.
Oh, TV show. Oh yeah. That's life. That's life. As all the people say. So.
Yeah.
What else do we got here?
What else do we have here? We have in 1969, first Elvis convention. 2,500 fans attend in Cincinnati.
All right.
Good old Elvis conventions. Yep. Okay.
The first thing that popped in my head was that I Love Lucy convention from Rat Race. Remember, they were all on the bus and everything. All the Lucys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the bus broke down. They're all like, wah! 1969, we have the trial of the Chicago 8. The protesters at the Democratic National Convention began. Oh, of course. Anybody protesting the Democrats are like, an enemy of the state.
Well, they're different then.
Oh.
Different politically.
Yeah, well, still run by the same people. 1970, Soviet space probe Luna 16 landed on Earth after first unmanned round trip to the moon. Cool. 1971, 90 Russian diplomats were expelled from Britain for spying. 90. Like, can't trust Russia at all. No, even back then. 1971 as well, the Houston Astros defeated San Diego Padres 2-1 in 21 innings.
Oh, geez.
That is 3 full 7-inning stretches. 7, 14, 21.
Yeah.
Like,
7,
wow.
Yeah.
That is 3 full of those. That's ridiculous. 1972, antique F-86 Saberjet failed to take off at air show, killing 22 people. Yike.
Ooh.
Now, this is why you don't put the stands in front of the runway. Like, make sure, like, if they can't take off, it's not plowing into, like, 100 people. 1972, Jack Tatum, Oakland, set NFL record with a 104-yard fumble return in a 20-14 win over the Green Bay Packers. Hey, Alice's favorite team. At Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Oh, Alice's hometown.
Go frack yourself, dude.
I didn't say it.
No, you didn't. I'm blaming your son.
But wait. But you're my sister, Alice.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm blaming my brother, my little brother.
Record tied by Aeneas Williams of the Arizona Cardinals in 2000. Wow. All right. Let's have in 1972 as well. New York Jet Joe Namath passed for 6 touchdowns versus the Baltimore Colts, 44-34. Namath. Sorry. What else do we got here, Alice?
Oh, what do we have here indeed? Let's see. Let me get my spectacles on here. 1973, West African nation of Portuguese Guinea declares independence from Portugal as the Republic of Guinea-Bissau.
Ooh. Guinea-Bissau. Independence. Always deserves a share. 1975.
Cat,
here we
stop scratching me. I have a cat that's trying to play with me right now.
These two.
We have 1974. Clarence Jones of Knetsu Buffaloes hits his 38th home run, first American to win a Japanese home run title.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Woo! Because Japan absolutely loves baseball. It's really insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, they really do. 1975, OPEC announces a 15% increase in government per barrel revenues.
I have to take this one because the loon loves the way I say this. 1976, Oka Gata! Revival opened at Edison Theater in New York City. I'm going to get some hate mail for that. Oh, what are you culturally appropriating the Indians for? Oh my God, it's a joke.
I had no idea where you were going with that.
Oka Gata!
God.
Ran for 5,959 performances, Broadway's longest-running musical review.
Jeez, that's a long time.
It is. 5,959. Like if they had gotten,
6,000.
Yeah, if they had gotten 31 more,
41
or 31, 41. Yeah, 41 more, then they would have hit a smooth 6,000. Wow. And they're all naked. Why is this guy upside down? Like, okay, got the blood is rushing to his head.
Why not be upside down?
I don't know.
He's got a pillow on his head.
Maybe he's Batman. Anyway,
he's got a pillow on his head, dude.
Yeah. 1976 as well, U.S. newspaper heiress Patricia Hearst was sentenced to 7 years for her part in a 1974 bank robbery, released after 22 months by U.S. President Jimmy Carter and pardoned by U.S. President Bill Clinton in 2001. Wow.
Yep.
If that was any other person, it wouldn't have gotten, pardoned. So, fame gets you things, unfortunately.
Well, she pretty well got slammed for that whole thing, too. I mean...
Well, she shouldn't get pardoned. She only got pardoned because, she's a Hearst. Ooh. So...
she only went to jail because she was a Hearst, too. It's both sides.
Bill Clinton was just hoping for some honey. If he pardoned her.
Nah, he's good with Lewinsky. Anyway, 1977, we have the first broadcast of Love Boat on ABC TV.
The Love Boat.
Yeah. The Love Boat. What else do we have? Ken Hoffman. Where is he? 77. Right here. Ken Hinton. Go for it, Alice.
1977, Ken Hinton of CFL British Columbia Lions returns a punt of 130 yards.
That's a hell of a punt.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Like, how do you punt that hard? Like,
What do you mean? No, he returned the punt.
Oh.
He went 100.
Oh.
Now they have a bigger football field. Ours is only 100 yards.
Oh, I confused a punt for a bunt. I was thinking like a baseball, like boom.
Wow, this is football, and you're thinking baseball.
Well, punt,
you are so off. You are so off.
You expect anything better
You are
from Mr. Lalonde?
You are on a different level of special right now, dude.
Oh, that was timeless. Perfect. I love you, Alice.
Well, you should. Too. She's illegitimate daughter.
Yeah, I am.
What else do we got here? There you go.
We got what we got here. 1979, CompuServe begins offering a dial-up online information service to customers, marketed as Micronet.
Huh. All right. And why don't you take this last 79 here?
All right. Same day, same year, Ghana adopts a constitution. Also, same day, same year, Pete Rose reaches 200 hits in a season for 10th time.
Wow.
Yeah.
10th time.
Yeah, only for now he's permanently banned from going to any baseball game.
I know, what a waste.
Anywhere.
What a waste.
Oh, I think they might have actually lifted that lifetime ban on him.
Hold on a second. Is Pete Rose still banned?
He might be.
Hold on, is Pete Rose still suspended from baseball? He was permanently banned, making blah, 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 meaning the end to... Okay, so it doesn't look like he's not banned. Is he even alive anymore, though?
Oh, he's alive, yeah.
Okay.
No, he's still alive. I saw Pete Rose at a WrestleMania a few years back, on TV. I was like, oh. So I think he might still actually be permanently banned, but he cannot even attend a single baseball game.
Yikes. Well, why don't you wrap up 79 here? We have this one.
Oh, yeah, we have the Russian Olympic and world champion figure skaters Oleg Prokhorov and Ludmila Belorussa asked for asylum in Switzerland.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Huh. Like, hey, we're here. Can we stay here, please? I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
Moving on up to 1980.
Oh, God, it's gonna be...
Moving on up to 1980, Braves join every National League team with 1 million plus attendance for this season. All right. So every National League team.
Oh.
Cool. While that was going on, Iraqi troops crossed Iran's border, encircling Abadan. Must be a city or something.
Yeah.
2 years later, 1982, U.S., Italian, and French peacekeeping troops began arriving in Lebanon. All right. Pardon me. 1985, Apollo Computer Inc. laid off 300 employees. That's not cool. Right here. 1985 as well, the fastest English Channel crossing by a relay team was set 15 hours, 30 minutes.
A relay team?
Yeah. Was that like, kayak, a relay, or what's a relay team?
Relay team is more than one.
Well, yeah.
In other words, they go a distance and they hand it off to the next one.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I remember that. Well, that's interesting. So they had like people just sitting out in the channel waiting for somebody to pass the baton?
Probably in a boat.
Well, one would think. So...
I don't know how that works. I've never heard of a relay team.
I wonder, like, you swim up to the boat, you pass off to the guy who's waiting in the boat, he just dives in,
And what's the official number of the relay team,
That's interesting.
Hey, boys. I was on a swim team, okay? We had a relay. So basically what happens is, like, in a swimming pool, you have one person do a 50 of one type of stroke.
Yeah.
And then when they come back and hit the mat, then you jump in and do a different type of stroke for 50 and come back. And then that's how a relay goes in swimming.
Okay, but Alice, this is the English Channel. It's a little bigger than a swimming pool.
Yeah, well, no shit, Sherlock.
The question is, did you ever have to swim against guys that
the
they
English
call
Channel
girls?
Olympic swimming pool. I'm just kidding. No, but that's how it be. So basically it goes, and once that person gets to that one point, the other person jumps out and starts swimming. So that's essentially what they did.
Backstroke, butterfly, freestyle.
Doggy paddle.
And
doggy paddle.
And the butterfly. Yeah, butterfly, breaststroke, backstroke, and freestyle.
Yeah.
Anyway, 1985, Montreal Expo, Andre Dawson was ninth to get 6 RBIs in an inning, fifth, and joins Willie McCovey to hit 2 home runs in an inning twice.
Ooh.
Huh. Yep, really good. 1988, American or U.S. hepathlete Jackie Joyner-Kersee set new world record, 7,291 points, to win the gold medal at the Seoul Olympics.
Yep, remember her well.
East German Sabine John and Anke Bemmer took the minor medals. All right.
Silver, bronze. Yeah.
While that was going on, U.S. swimmer Matt Biondi set world record 22.14 to win the 50-meter freestyle gold medal at the Seoul Olympics. His fourth of fifth gold medals for the Games. Wow.
22 seconds to do a 50?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And like this picture, it looks like he is the creature of the Black Lagoon. Like he's coming up from the depths to attack somebody. He's like, rah! Splashing.
Well, an Olympic pool, so a 50 meter in an Olympic size pool is 25 meters down long, and then so a 50 is one lap down and then coming back to the pad. So it's you do basically one lap down.
22.14. So
that's incredible.
22 seconds to do all the way down. Yeah. So you went 10 seconds to go 25 meters.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah. Turn and come back.
Yep. While that was going on,
11 seconds.
While that was going on in 1988 as well, Barbara C. Harris of Massachusetts was elected the first woman Episcopal bishop. Cool.
Huh. Well, there you go.
And we also have Canada's Ben Johnson ran a drug-assisted 100-meter in 9.79 seconds. A drug-assisted, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, was he known as
drug?
No. He used
positive for steroids.
Drugs.
They took it away from him.
Yeah, why wouldn't they add that in the article? Like, later tested positive for steroid, yeah. Like, why leave it on the cliffhanger? Question. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to write an article, get into every depth. Yeah. 1988, Canadian sprinter Ben Johnson broke his own 100-meter world record with a time of 9.79 at the Seoul Olympics, disqualified 3 days later for use of drugs stanozolol. Carl Lewis was awarded the gold and world record 9.92 seconds. All right. And let's see here. East German cyclist Christa Lunding-Rothenberger won silver medal in the women's track sprint at the Seoul Olympics. She's the first athlete to win medals at Summer and Winter Games in the same year. Won speed skating gold in Calgary. Wow.
Calgary.
Calgary. Yeah.
That's Canada.
I know where it is, Alice.
Are you sure?
Yes. I played a pocket trains game, and Calgary was like.
This just looks like a whole bunch of Olympic stuff, but I don't know about you, but
Well, I mean, some Olympic things are interesting. So, but we have here Soviet gymnast Vladimir Artemov scored horizontal bar gold medal with teammate Valery Luikin at the Seoul Olympics. Also won the parallel bars event to take his gold medal haul to 4 for the games. That's really 4 gold medals. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. Kidding. 1 gold medal is outstanding. You are the tippity top of that field
in the world.
Times 4.
Yeah.
Okay. 1990, East Germany left the Warsaw Pact. Ooh. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And Alice, you want to take this event of interest here with Francois Mitterrand?
We got Iraqi invades Jacquot and Dutch missions in Kuwait. French President Francois Mitterrand calls the action a violation of international law. U.S. warship boards an Iraqi flag tanker bound for the port of Basra.
Huh.
Then we also have 1990 periodic great white observed on Saturn.
Huh.
A great white spot was observed on Saturn.
Periodic great white spot. Oh wow, that is a great white spot. That's weird. Look at
what
that.
does that mean?
It's a planet Saturn.
Yeah, I got that.
You know how Jupiter has the great red spot?
Yeah.
Well, every now and then the great white spot appears on Saturn.
Yeah.
So they have a storm,
Yeah.
So that looks so weird, Huh? Because normally
that looks CGI'd right there because you see a picture of a satellite hovering around it with the planet. It's like
yeah. But we have here Cassini. Here we go. So December 5th, 2010. There's this, and then January 2nd it appears, and then it dilutes, and then it's going away by 2011. So interesting. Take this one too, Miss Alice.
All right. 1990, Saddam Hussein states his willingness to strike first and his intention to damage oil fields in the region of Iraq. Does strikes.
So he's talking about Kuwait.
Yeah.
He's talking about Kuwait.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I know, but like it's just like they say, Iraq does strike. I'm like, what?
If Iraq does strike, which means if he does go to war with Kuwait, he will do that, which he did.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, which he did. He burned his oil fields.
Yep. 1990, South African President F.W. de Klerk met with U.S. President George H.W. Bush in Washington, D.C. F.W. de Klerk, I believe he was the apartheid guy. Or was he? Political family.
I think you're right.
No, I think that was P.W. Botha.
I'm looking at this guy. I'm visually looking at him, not his name.
Oh yeah, no, this was a good guy.
Yeah.
He won a white referendum to continue his reforms and negotiated with Mandela and the ANC, resulting in South Africa's first free elections in '94.
Okay.
So he was for the dissolution. So this is where I can confuse. There's P.W. Botha and then there's F.W. de Klerk. P.W. Botha was a strong arm of the apartheid movement. F.W. de Klerk got rid of it.
Okay.
So he is a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do we got here? 1990 as well, Supreme Soviet gave approval to switch to free market. That's big. Mm-hmm. All because of a grocery store.
Yeah.
You know that story. We also have West German President Richard von Weizsäcker, what a name, signed reunification treaty. Ooh. And that's at the same time. It's all 90. So same date, same year, same day, you know, that they left the Warsaw Pact. Now they're talking about reunification. That's cool.
Well, leaving the Warsaw Pact was the first, they absolutely mandatory to do to create unification.
Well, this all happened?
Get rid of that.
Yeah, but this all happened on the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1990.
So they're all signing. All signing that. They're signing that all at once.
We also have 1991. After a 3-year reign as American League champs, the A's are eliminated from American League West. That's what they're the champions, and they got rid of them. What the hell? Like, wow,
they moved them over to
defending champions. Defending champions.
Okay. We also have Deion Sanders left the Braves July 31st to report to NFL Falcons, and he returned. So a baseball player going to football, and then we also have Michael Jordan left basketball to play baseball.
Yeah.
Like
he's now a new coach in Colorado, the University of Colorado.
Yeah, up in the White Sox.
Making all kinds of noise.
Oh wow, cool. Alice, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I do want to take this one. 1991 rock band Nirvana releases their second studio album, Nevermind, which is the one with Baby Fit going after the dollar bill in the pool, and the guy that's in that photo, and the person he was trying to sue them for that, saying I didn't consent to this.
Oh yeah.
But he was also really proud about it. Yeah, he ended up trying to get money off of it, and stuff. Anyways, 1992, John Jaha ties record of 11 teammates to steal 10 bases for the Brewers.
Oh.
Yeah, the Brewers are Wisconsin's baseball team, if I remember serves me correctly.
Lucky Brewers.
We have in 1992.
I'm not surprised you would know that.
Yeah, Toronto's Dave Winfield, 40, is oldest player to reach 100 RBI.
That's cool.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he played for the Yankees. Well, they got him in a Yankee uniform right there. Even though they're talking about when he's in Toronto in his later years. Put him in the wrong uniform.
In 1993, we have first Israeli killed by Islamics after the PLO signs peace accord.
So much for peace.
Yeah, so much for peace. We have in 1993. We have Norodom Sihanouk again installed as king of Cambodia.
I didn't know how you can just install kings. Usually that's just de facto. So,
I guess.
Again, it sounds like they brought him back.
Yeah. Well, so 1994. Go for it.
No, you can go for it.
The National League for Democracy was formed by Aung San Suu Kyi and various others to help fight against dictatorship in Myanmar.
Ooh.
Yeah. And we also have a parliamentary election in Ukraine. Cool. All right. Where was I? 1995. Emilio and Gloria Estefan's boat hit and killed a jet skier.
Ooh.
Huh. Gloria, are you talking about Gloria Estefan?
Yeah, Emilio and Gloria Estefan. And was it Amelia Estefan or who was it who was in the Roxbury that they kept going on about? Like Emilio
Estevez.
Okay, that's another Emilio.
That's Martin Sheen's son or Charlie Sheen's brother.
Okay, that's why he was talking about. Why did he bring? He didn't bring up Charlie Sheen. He brought up who is it? Robert Downey Jr. Right? Like.
No, Richard Grieco.
No. When they were in the Roxbury, and he's like, "Oh, hey, you're gonna hang out with like so and so tonight." And he's just like, "No," like.
Oh, Johnny Depp or
Johnny
whatever.
Depp, that's the guy. Okay, Johnny Depp. Okay.
Because Johnny Depp was on 21 Jump Street with with Richard Grieco.
Okay. Moving on up to 1995, the TV adaptation of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, starring Jennifer Hale and Colin Firth, debuted on BBC One.
It's a cool show. It's actually a really good show.
That's really funny. They have, like this photo of the novelist Jane Austen, and it's just a painting, and then they have like the actor. It's a weird like.
Yeah, she was a really good author, though. I like Jane Austen.
Yeah.
She was a good author.
Alice, why don't you take this next one here? Just because, for reasons.
All right, 1995, volcano Mount Ruapu, North Island of New Zealand erupts.
That's not good.
Is that technically the White? Is that on the White Island? There was a few years back. There was that eruption and it killed like a whole bunch of people that went there to visit. It might be on the White Island.
Well, it is a white mountain. Let's see here.
Oh no, White Island. I mean. No, it's in the middle of the country. Never mind.
Yeah. All right.
Never mind. So that's not White Island.
All right.
Okay.
God.
Yep,
take it.
1996, U.S. President Bill Clinton signs the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty at the United Nations.
Prohibiting further nuclear tests.
Yeah.
Like, that's what nuclear tests, U.S., Russia, China, England, France, India, ceased all
no longer
testing.
Underground or otherwise, right?
Yep. Yeah. Atmospheric, underground, anything. Until North Korea came in, they're like, oh, hey, check this shit out.
Yeah.
Yep, now they're doing it again.
Yep. Well, only they are. Like, I don't think we're testing, at least not to my knowledge.
I actually absolutely think that everybody is still testing, but that could be something we talk about in the peanut.
Yeah. What else do we have?
Well, what else do we have? Indeed, 97, what?
Drug.
Drug kingpin Ramon Arellano Felix placed on FBI's 10 most wanted list.
Listen.
All right. Moving on up into the next millennium, 2001, crude oil and petroleum products futures fell to their lowest levels in nearly 2 years amid fears that a recession will reduce energy demand. 4 years later, 2005, Hurricane Rita made landfall in the U.S., devastating Beaumont, Texas, and portions of southwestern Louisiana. I remember Rita. Kinda.
Yeah.
Well, not like fully. I just remember the name. Like, Rita this,
It's
Rita all the news.
Beaumont.
Yeah.
Beaumont.
2007, The Big
Beaumont.
Bang Theory. Or however the thing.
I don't know.
The theme song.
Yeah.
At first, it started with The Big Bang.
Oh,
yeah. Big Bang Bang. The Big Bang Theory, created by Chuck Lorre and Bill Prady and starring Johnny Galecki, Jim Parsons, and Kaylee Kuko, premiered on CBS. Yeah, and that was before they brought in all the other actors and all that stuff.
Yeah, they brought in here and there, whatever.
We have a Sheldon of our... Well, you brought to my attention that I am very Sheldon-esque. So...
Yeah.
But we have like someone even more Sheldon-esque is Alice's boy toy. He's very Sheldon. So I actually called him Sheldon last night.
I don't know what's worse, calling him a Sheldon-esque or a boy toy. I don't know what's worse. Poor guy, you're slamming the hell out of him.
Well, he's welcome to get on the show to defend himself, but I mean, he
doesn't have a chance. You've already given him 2 shots.
He's busy playing Team Fortress 2.
Yeah. We also have 2007 Iranian President Mohammad Ahmadinejad gave a controversial speech on the campus of Columbia University.
Yeah, I remember that.
What are you laughing about?
The way he said his name.
Mohammad Ahmadinejad? I think that's how it's actually pronounced. Like,
yeah.
Well,
like,
no, it's just the way your voice said it that made me giggle. Like, it's a cool last name, dude.
Mohammad Ahmadinejad.
Sounds like you're trying to say onomatopoeia.
Yeah.
John Jacob.
Oh, no.
No, let's not do it. You should title the show John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt then.
Oh my
You're going to
goodness.
keep going that way. Oh, God. We got 2010, The Social Network, directed by David Fincher, starring Jesse Eisenberg, Andrew Garfield, and Justin Timberlake. Premieres at the New York Film Festival.
Every time I hear Justin Timberlake, I imagine that one song like I can't
He's
remember
a dick.
Maybe if that's even the right song. But
I've heard he's a dick to women, like how he. Well, maybe he's not anymore, but like Britney Spears and Cameron Diaz, he kind of treated them like crap.
Didn't Andrew Garfield? Wasn't he in the
Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, that. Wasn't he in Twilight too? Or I don't think so. He wasn't Spider-Man. You are correct. Oh. What else do we got here?
Hey, he wasn't the Amazing Spider-Man. He was in something else. Like I can't remember. Social Network. There we go. We got 2012 here. Books by Japanese authors are about Japan are suspended by Chinese bookstores.
Yep.
That's stupid.
So like anything involving Japan, if they're written by Japanese authors or if they're about Japan, no. It's just like wow, like, and then they probably use Nanking, to validate that. Even though I'm starting to really, I'm starting to really wonder about Nanking, whether it even happened or not, because there's
Lady Death is about to pop in right here. 2013, 515 people are killed in a magnitude 7.7 earthquake in Balochistan, Pakistan.
Yikes.
Yeah. And I don't care about that. I don't care about TV premieres.
No, the Blackish, that's a very racial show.
I've watched a couple episodes. They're not bad, but it's just like in the last the cool episode, the cool TV productions that we were talking about earlier, like the Munsters and stuff like that coming out, Love Boat, they don't make TV shows like they used to. Basically, why I just don't care about anything that's come out in the last 10, 15 years.
Well, Blackish, the title, right off the bat, the title. Now you're being segregationalist. It's about black people. Whites are not allowed. Right. I think it was Blackish. There's one scene I've seen from something like Blackish if it wasn't Blackish, but there was this little white girl in an elevator. And they didn't rescue her or whatever, and then he was going on about oh no, it's a trap. If I as a black grown man go in to try to rescue a little white girl, they're going to accuse me of trying to steal her. They turn the whole thing. It's all about oh, I'm black and I'm oppressed. It's that's not a show. That's just stupid.
There was some pretty funny bits that I saw in that show. When I had from the couple episodes I've seen with friends, I was I giggled a couple times. But it ain't my bag, chips. But at the same time, I mean, to each their own. They have a right to do what they want to do. But anyway, let's go to 2015. Pope Francis becomes the first pope to address the U.S. Congress. Names Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King Jr., Thomas Merton, and Dorothy Day as his American heroes.
Nice. Thomas Merton and Dorothy Day. Who are these people?
Dorothy Day.
Dorothy Day.
Dorothy Day.
Socialists. Oh, not good. Okay. All right. Well, of course, Francis.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about something Day. She was a singer. I was making up my name.
Doris Day.
Doris Day. Thank you.
A little bit different.
Yep. I was wait, Dorothy. No.
Here we go. Lady Death rears her head once again.
Oh my God! Here comes Lady Death again. 2015 stampede of people.
You're roboting. You're roboting. You're roboting.
Hey, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Sounds good.
All right. So a stampede of people during the Hajj kills 717 people during symbolic stoning of the devil at Mina near Mecca, Saudi Arabia. What the fuck?
Wow.
Can you look this up real quickly, please?
Jeez.
Let's see. Let's do a surface level look. The millions of people must perform a litany of rituals in 5 days, including the symbolic stoning of the devil in Mina, about 2 miles away from the Mecca holy site. That's where the deadly stampede took place Thursday, the third day of the 5-day event. The officials say 717 people died, and an additional 900 were injured. Yikes! I mean, religion is cool and all, but calm down. You know, like
a stampede is just deadly.
Ridiculous.
Well, any kind of stampede is deadly.
Yeah. Vash the stampede is a human typhoon. You know, so.
It's a human. It's a human tsunami.
Now, have you ever seen Trigun? Alice, have you ever seen the anime Trigun?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe? You and I, we gotta sit. It's not a long series. It's a little longer than FLCL, but still, like it's a good series. You and I, we gotta sit down. We gotta binge the whole thing. So.
Okie dokie.
It's really good. Anyway, moving on up to 2016, the U.S. National Museum of African American History and Culture opened in Washington, D.C., established by Act of Congress in 2003. Washington. So I wonder if they're going to have an exhibit on Elon Musk, or are they not because he's white? You know? Because African American, you assume black, but he's an African American. He's whiter than chalk. He's whiter than me, and I get no sun. So.
No, he's South African.
Yes, he is.
I don't know.
Yes, he
is. Is he an American citizen?
He was born in South Africa.
Yeah.
He's an African American. By definition of nationality, he is an African American. It has nothing to do with skin color.
No. You have to be an American citizen, though. I'm asking if he has an American citizenship.
He does. He does.
Okay, so then yes, he is an African American.
Yes. Like.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't know if he actually had an American citizenship.
No, that's why I keep bringing it up. Everybody like African American, you know, black people. You know, like an African American has nothing to do with black, white, brown, yellow, purple, whatever.
Well, I know that.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like the term is retarded because
a lot of terms move into something that it's not proper terminology, but now an African American means black.
But
therefore it does.
Well, Elon Musk is an African American. He is not
I got
black.
what you're saying.
I know you get it. I'm just saying the term is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know,
I get it too. I was just making sure. I didn't know if he had U.S. citizenship status or not.
Well, like so otherwise he wouldn't be able to start a company and all that stuff. Like you have to be a citizen.
I don't understand why you're American. Yeah. I'm not a Canadian American. I'm an American.
I have a better idea. You're a human being.
Yeah.
Okay. Boom. Borders done. No borders. Anyway,
there we go. Over.
Well, I know.
Watch the South.
Well,
our South border. How do you like no borders down there?
Well, I'm saying we should stop with this border shit. Like we are all humans on this earth. Okay. Like.
Yeah. But we're also
we haven't evolved enough yet to cut down all the borders.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what's going down.
We are acting as if we're trying to live in a utopian society where we cannot function in it. That's the problem. Humanity is not ready.
You should join the show tonight.
I already told him he will. I think, right? The peanut.
Yeah.
We have some pretty cool articles to talk about. Anyway, moving on up.
Hardcore shit.
Let's see here. 2017, Lever Cup men's tennis in Prague. Roger Federer was unbeaten at Team Europe dominated Team World, 15-9 in the inaugural team's event. That's painful. 15-9. And 2017 as well, NFL players kneel, lock arms, or stayed in their dressing room during the anthem in protest against comments made by President Donald Trump. So,
and this is when we got to totally skip across Mr. LeBron James.
LeBron James is a piece of idiot. So
yeah, we don't even want.
That guy has nothing going on between his ears.
Kobe.
Nice. 2017 as well, plastic polyesterine rubbish discovered for first time only 1,000 miles from the North Pole by international team of scientists. And this is why I don't eat seafood, microplastics and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Yikes. Alice, Lady Death, let's go again.
All right. 2018, not 1918.
I hope not 1918.
2018, the Ebola virus has caused 69 deaths and sickened 150 people, according to the Ministry of Health and the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Huh. All right.
That's no bueno. We also have an event of interest, same day, same year. We have Pakyong Airport, India's 100th airport, is opened in the Himalayan mountains at 1,400 meters by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Modi!
Good old Modi. It's this one. It's this one.
The one up, that one up in the high mountains. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Makes sense. It helps people who have moved out of that area to actually go visit their loved ones that live in that area. So instead of having to drive hours up into the mountains, they actually can get up. God damn it.
We have another 2018 here for you, and then I'm going to rattle us off until the last several for you.
All right, we got. Hang on. In 2018, Real Madrid midfielder and Croatian World Cup captain Luka Modric, I don't know how you want to say how you pronounce that little C thing. Modric, yeah, is named world's best male player for the FIFA Awards in London, Brazil, and Orlando Pride. Forward Marta. Best female player, France's Didier Deschamps. Best men's coach, Didier.
I think it's Didier. D-I-D-I-E-R. Yeah, well, there's no L. But yeah.
Sorry, it looked like it. Diddler.
Actually, Lady Death, take this one. And then it'll round off 2019.
Oh, 2019, a 5.8 magnitude earthquake in northern Pakistan kills at least 10 and injures 300.
Now, that's not a lot of deaths, for that, region. No. Like, it sucks that they died. But, like, it just, because what I've been noticing is a trend, earthquakes farther, back, a lot more deaths.
Well,
you get...
That's how they build stuff.
Yeah, I know. But, there's
Can I take this next one, too?
Go for it.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, but, I just wanted, because we're time constraints and stuff. 2019, Nancy Pelosi announces formal impeachment inquiry into U.S. President Donald Trump, arguing that he tried to enlist power for his own political gain.
Oh, you mean like how when Hillary Clinton sold half of our uranium deposits to Russia? Nobody talks about that,
Oh, dude, have you heard that? We just did a trade with Iran for prisoners, and we're unseizing $5 billion to them.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, we'll put that in the peanut.
No, well, repeat the whole thing. I couldn't hear you over the car.
Okay, so. We just traded 5 hostages of ours with 5 of theirs, and then we also unseized that $5 billion we've been withholding since Donald Trump.
Yeah.
With who?
From Iran.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, what else do we got here?
Well, let's stop, buddy. It's all you.
2019 as well. Protests outside Indonesian parliament and elsewhere over proposed new laws banning sex before marriage, abortion, and insulting the president. All right, yeah, well, that would make sense. Like, you can't make a law like no sex before marriage. Yeah, good luck. Like,
it's a hard one to take.
Yeah.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
I have to. 2019, Spain Supreme Court rules body of dictator Francisco Franco can be removed from state mausoleum, the Valley of the Fallen, to a municipal cemetery. Good. He does not deserve any honor. He was a Nazi, sympathizer. He was a fascist. He took over Spain and worked with the Germans and everything. Actually, worked with the Germans before the outbreak of World War II to test out their, aircraft during the Spanish Civil War. So, and you know what? I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. 2020, David Attenborough broke Jennifer Aniston's record as the fastest person to reach 1 million followers on Instagram. David Attenborough, let me give him a cheer, because here's the thing. Let me cheer him first. Here's the thing, intellectuals and stuff, like, people who do sciences, history, like, all this stuff, they're not really, like, appreciated as much as they should be.
Sure.
You get, like, the Kardashians who, like, they do nothing. Paris Hilton is just famous for being famous. David Attenborough, natural history filmmaker and TV personality.
Yeah.
A historian.
Yeah.
A historian defeated Jennifer Aniston. That one of the few times in all of history that people who deserve their credit finally get it. Finally break the record. Finally get the recognition that they deserve. So what's up, Alice?
Well, I was gonna say that, like, Paris Hilton actually deserves her due, because she's actually a really good businesswoman, and the persona that you see her, like, that's hot kind of thing, that's actually just an act. And I've actually watched a documentary about her. She's a very hardworking woman, and she's been screwed over time after, only her family, but people around. So, like, I actually would say I would retract that. Like, but the Kardashians, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah. We also have a 2020 report. China is continuing to expand its Uyghur detention centers, with more than 380 suspected facilities housing 1 million people in Xinjiang. So, let's not forget that that Disney, when they went and they did the live-action remake of Mulan, Disney personally thanked China for the Uyghur, genocide they're doing. They're like, oh, thank you for genociding them. Like, Disney is evil. We also have 2021 notorious Indian gangster Jitinder Man Gogi was shot dead in a court in Delhi by men posing as lawyers. Wow. 2022 post-tropical storm remnant of Hurricane Fiona made landfall near Whitehead, Nova Scotia, with sustained wind speeds of 165 kilometers an hour or 103 miles per hour. That's still really fast.
I remember hearing that one.
The strongest low-pressure system in Canadian history affected the 4 provinces of Atlantic Canada, as well as Quebec, causing major flooding and knocking out power to 80% of Nova Scotia and 95% of Prince Edward Island. I wonder if
I just got to say, how many times do we hear about Nova Scotia? Not often.
Oh. We don't hear about New Brunswick either.
No,
and they have weird
here we
coins.
go.
Shaped like dumbbells. How am I going to put this on the phone?
I remember that hurricane that went through. It was pretty brutal for them.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave Matthews. I recognize that face.
And last but not least, 2022, just last year, Farm Aid was held in Raleigh, North Carolina. Performers included Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Dave Matthews, Margot Price, Chris Stapleton, Sheryl Crow. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. And Nathaniel Ratcliffe and the Night Sweats. Or Sweets? Sweats?
Damn.
Sweats.
Until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard.
And that shall conclude the show. Once again, please check the underbar of the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. Check out our link tree. We have our video sharing streaming sites. We have our social networking. We have our affiliates. And then all these links that we've been gathering will be in the underbar of the description after this live stream, of course. For your dose of Fast Fed Daily, we stream every day at 11 in the morning Pacific time, which is 12 Mountain, 1 Central.
And 2 p.m. Eastern, my friends.
Woo-hoo! Yep. For all of you and all of us, I'm Xander.
I am the lovely Alice Apur, who is Alice, Lady Death, Staples, Defunkarella Rapper. Just don't call me late for dinner.
I never heard of that last one recently. Defunkarella Rapper, what the hell?
Just
it's my karaoke name.
Yeah,
that's it.
And of course, you viewer are you, and until you catch us tomorrow, or if you're interested in a, for lack of a better term, primordial ooze of a show where we talk about literally anything and everything that interests us in the past week, like what do we call it, Alice?
Kicking the peanut.
A.K.A. Cracking the Corn, coming up at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So until you catch us again, whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection. Rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. Until later, toodles.
And drive safe and don't rape.